So, no matter where you live, one thing rings true. Prices continue to go up, up, up. I mean, it's amazing. You look at gas prices, food, housing, everywhere you look, prices are continuing to climb. People are living paycheck to paycheck. Even people who are making a lot of money, they're trying to figure out ways to be able to save a buck as well. Well, in this video, I'm going to address a lot of important money-saving tips that you can experience in the Lansing area. Some of them can ring true wherever you live as well, but I'm going to address things like gas, ways that you can save on gas, ways you can save on groceries, ways that you can save on property taxes and even in housing. We're going to address a lot of things here, and be sure to stay tuned until the end, because the last one is one that many Michiganders do, and if you decide to not do this money-saving tip, you're just going to be throwing away money. So let's get started with this next episode of Lansing, Michigan Life right now. Hey everybody, Troy Seifert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialist in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area. I sell real estate, I help people buy home, I help people sell homes. I've been a real estate agent since 2017 in the Greater Lansing area, and we get phone calls all the time from people who are just like you watching the channel. People who are looking to move to the Greater Lansing area, and if you're looking to move here in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months from now, whatever timeline you might have, we would love to be able to help you out. You can feel free to call, text, email me, or schedule a Zoom with me. All my contact information is in the description below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, or ring the bell for any notifications so that you can be the first to be notified when a new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life goes live. And we have new episodes of Lansing, Michigan Life going live once or twice a week. So you're definitely gonna wanna take advantage of that. And also, like, the thing that helps me too is it helps me see the videos that you guys like, and then I try to make more of those. So if you like this video, I might make more videos that are like it. Okay, so this is gonna be an interesting one because these are money-saving tips. I'm making it specifically for Lansing. Some of these things could translate into wherever you're at, but I made a lot of these specific for the Lansing area. A couple things I wanted to share with you. We're getting into insurance. I am not a licensed insurance agent, so don't look to me for insurance advice. Number two, I am not a certified financial planner. So I'm not giving you these things, and I'm not gonna sit down with you and talk to you about financial stuff. I'm not licensed for that. I'm just giving you advice that I have experienced, because there's been times in my life where I've lived paycheck to paycheck, and times where money has been more plentiful, but still within me, I try to be frugal with my money. And in fact, I am a Ramsey trusted agent, and what that means is in the area, Dave Ramsey has endorsed me as a trusted real estate agent in the area. So if somebody goes on his site and wants to look for a real estate agent, I get that lead. And so I like to follow several of his principles. I don't follow every single one that's there, but I try to be wise with my money. So a lot of these are just helping each and every person, no matter where you are at financially, be wise with your money. So the first money-saving tip I will give you in our area is to get a membership at Costco, BJ's, or Sam's Club warehouses. So within our area, we have all three of these places. BJ's warehouse is on the west side of town in Delta Township. Then you have Sam's Club, which is in the center of town. And then on the eastern part of town of Lansing, you have Costco. All three of them could be within 10 or 15 minute drive. I actually have my memberships at all three of these places. Call me crazy, but I have to go to each and every one for different reasons. But usually the membership costs you like about 50 bucks a year. And the reason I tell you to get the membership is because the gas prices at all three of these places are usually significantly less than what you will pay at gas stations within that area. There have been times that I've saved 30 to 40 cents a gallon compared to the gas station across the street because I had the membership card. Now, in order to get the gas there, you do have to have the membership card, and that's why I state, get the membership card. Sometimes when you first move to the area, or if it's your first time getting a membership, you can get the first year membership for extremely cheap. Like I got a BJ's warehouse membership for only $15 for the year, and then like I filled up on gas and I saved 40 cents a gallon. There was a 20-gallon tank, so right there, I saved about $8. and I only spent 15 bucks, and then they gave me like $10 off 10. So like the membership paid for itself for me within like the first couple weeks. The other thing that you might want to consider is at each of these warehouse clubs, they do have credit cards that go towards gas as well. So you can kind of double dip. You can get cash back, 4 or 5% cash back on gas. And on top of that, save on the gas that's there. That would be another way that you could save. I'm not trying to tell you that you got to have credit cards, but I'm also not going to say like credit cards are evil either. If you're going to spend the money, might as well get some rewards for it. That's kind of my philosophy. Also, in our area, the major supermarket that's there is Kroger. Kroger grocery store, they are nationwide. So Kroger offers fuel points for the amount of money that you purchase a month at their grocery store. Sometimes they have promotions where you can get double, triple, quadruple fuel points. They also have a membership called Boost, where you double your fuel points no matter how much money you spend. So if you spend $100, you get 10 cents off a gallon at Kroger, or if you have the Boost membership, you actually get 20 cents off a gallon, and that membership's like 40 or 50 bucks. Like it's not that much either. There's several different ways that you can save on gas, because I know that gas, the prices just continue to climb, and everyone's looking to be able to save money that way. So that's one way that you can save within the Lansing area. Number two, the next thing has to do with insurance. And if you're looking to move to the area, you might be coming from a different state, or even if you're within Michigan, you're coming from a different county. Michigan has some of the highest insurance rates in the country. We are in the top 3 for highest insurance rates. So a lot of people, they might want to go with their same carrier in a different state because it's easy to do. I highly suggest that you get with a broker insurance agency. I have contacts for those if you don't have any. And that broker insurance agent will be able to look at 5, 6, 7, 8 different carriers and be able to compare the quotes. So you'd be able to see like, okay, how am I gonna get the cheapest rate that I possibly can get on insurance? Now also, the other thing I'll tell you is that when you purchase your home, if you bundle the home and the auto insurance with the same carrier, you will save a significant amount of money as well. So insurance, I really encourage you to shop around. The other thing with insurance too is that loyalty is rewarded, but if your insurance just starts skyrocketing over time, like you have a 20% increase like year over year, it might not be a bad time just to shop around that time, because the carrier that you might go to might offer a rate for a new policy holder, okay? And again, I did insurance for 5 or 6 years at State Farm. I was the Jake from State Farm in East Lansing before I got into real estate. So I do know insurance. I know enough to be dangerous. So those are just some tips that you can have when it comes to saving money on your auto insurance, especially when on average a household is paying, like with 2 cars, they're paying about $3,500 a year. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, you're spending $200 to $300 a month just on your car insurance. Okay, next thing that I will stress to you, and this is for people of all ages here, okay? Number 3 is get the app, get the app, get the app, okay? What I mean by that is many places in Lansing, we have 500,000 people, we have all these places that are nationally known chains. They all have apps. Download the app to your phone. And I know for myself, for a while, I wasn't doing the app because I'm like, I don't want to do something new. Like I'm going to be the first to admit that like I don't like having change, but I strongly suggest that if you're going to move to the area, download the apps at Dunkin' Donuts, download the app at, I think Buffalo Wild Wings has one. Every single restaurant pretty much has an app. And the reason I say that is because all these places are awarding loyalty. And so when you go to these places, you're gonna get discounts on this stuff and you're not gonna feel the pinch of these prices going higher and higher. You'll get rewarded for it. Speedway in town, our gas station, you can save 5 cents a gallon and get fuel point, Now I know I just talked about fuel. That's not gonna be the most effective way for you to save money, but all to say, every place has an app. Download it, you will save money and you won't regret it. Okay, number 4 is take advantage of the coupon opportunities in the Lansing area. Now, I did talk about the nationally known chains, but the locally owned chains here don't have the luxury of an app. So what do? A lot of times they advertise like in a coupon book, or they might do something like this where a football team, your local football team in the area might have a fundraiser where they sell a card where you have discounts at some of the locally owned places. Like this one is with the 𝐷eWitt Football Club, it's like $25 for a year. I can, whenever I go to the local ice cream shop, I save 10%. If I go to Taco Bell, I get any size drink or freeze for free with purchase. Culver's, I get a free scoop of ice cream. BJ's Brewhouse, which is a nationally known chain, I get a free Pizookie when I go there. And that's a dessert that's like about $8 or $9 with any $10 purchase. So getting these at, 𝐷eWitt, Grand Ledge, the high school football teams, they typically sell these around the summertime. So having that connection helps. Another thing, depending on what community you live in, like in 𝐷eWitt, we get these sent to us in the mail. Yes, and I do read them. So I guess I must be an old soul. I did get the newspaper for a while. It took me a little while to stop getting the newspaper delivered, just to let you all know. But this is the 𝐷eWitt like local magazine, but in here as well for some of the local places are discounts that you can get. Another one that is sent to many people in the greater Lansing area, not just 𝐷eWitt, is the Community Quarterly. And this is like a quarterly magazine that has a bunch of discounts for locally owned places. So, some of these places are kind of expensive, but if you use like a discount, like if they have $10 off 50, you'll be able to use that. So this is something that's, like I said, sent every 3 months. It's a nice thing to have, hang on to that. Also, because we are a large enough area of about 500,000 people in the greater Lansing area, we do have a Save Around coupon book. That's like a nationally known coupon franchise, but there's a book that's sent specifically for Lansing and I believe Jackson as well. They have a lot of the local places, some of the entertainment places and restaurants where you can save money, like $10 off 50, or get a free Blizzard at Dairy Queen, or get a free game at Zap Zone, which is our entertainment place. So those are well worth it. Those are about $25, I want to say, for the year. Take advantage of that. In Lansing, we have enough people and enough places that you can get discounts at some of these areas. Right. Number 5, a way for you to save on utility costs. A couple things, so this has to do with saving with your monthly utility costs. If you have Consumers Energy, which is one of the utility energy carriers in our area, and you have them for gas and electric, you can do a monthly budget plan where they will spread out the bill and it's the same every single month. You're not gonna have these huge fluctuations in the winter where gas is gonna go extremely high and you have to feel like you're paying so much more. So that's an option that you could have to help make everything feel stabilized. They do have budget plans for that. Another thing is the other major utility carrier in our area is the Board of Water and Light. And the Board of Water and Light mainly works with electricity, but they do have a program that if you do use them, they will bring somebody to your house for a free consultation. They'll bring LED lights, some more energy efficient tools, and it's all for free. And then they come and evaluate like, hey, you could do this to help save energy. You could use this, and give you some tips or some tools that you can do to help save energy. And again, I said it's a free consultation that might help you save some money on your electric bills as well. Right, number 6 has to do with housing, okay? If you're looking to move here to the Lansing area and you are flexible with your timetable, consider moving in the fall time. The reason I say that is every single fall, and I've seen it for the last 6 or 7 years, there is a slowdown, not as many people buying, some people are taking a break, not as many homes listed. So you might be able to find I'm not necessarily calling it a deal because home prices continue to go up, but you're not gonna be in the super ultra competitive market. So if you are able to be flexible, the months of September, October, and November especially can be some of the slowest months in real estate. So take advantage of that because you're not gonna have a lot of competition if you are able to, like I said, be flexible. Number 7 is know where the property taxes in Lansing are high. Now, how do you know that? Hey, watch some of my videos, okay? Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. I'm giving you, something that you could do. Subscribe to my videos. You will hear about property taxes sprinkled out throughout. Another thing, get a real estate agent. So again, call me, I'm a realtor. I will know where the taxes are more affordable, where they are not, what you need to be aware of. So a lot of times in our area, if you go to the outskirts away from the city, you know, and this is not just in Lansing, but even DeWitt has DeWitt City, Mason has Mason City, Grand Ledge has Grand Ledge City. Like those tax millages are higher. If you decide to go to like some of the areas that might be a little bit more rural, sometimes those property taxes are less. So again, how do you know this? Well, if you work with an agent, they would be able to tell you, and a good trusted loan officer. So know your property taxes, and you can save thousands of dollars a year on your property tax bills. All right, number 8 is when you first arrive and you first relocate here, we have enough carriers for internet, for cell phones, I mean, there's a couple places that do trash. It's not like we have but there are 2 main carriers for trash, but a lot of the places have like a move-in special that like when you first move there, they'll have a promotion. So look into those promotions, ask them if they have any promotions, tell them that you're just moving to the area and that's why you're looking into this, and they might have a promotion. It doesn't hurt to ask, but it will save you money on your monthly payments that you have to make for your bills. Number 9, in the greater Lansing area, we are very close to a lot of airports. And in fact, in our area, we have the Lansing International Airport. Okay, and it's a nice small airport. It's good if like you're flying for business, but the rates aren't in my opinion, whenever I've looked, like they aren't extremely cheap. They are a little bit more expensive. They do have a discount carrier there. Sometimes I will fly directly to Florida, and that is pretty reasonable, but only if you're flying down to Orlando, Florida. That's it. But within an hour of us, we have Grand Rapids to the west, and Grand Rapids has a lot of airlines that fly out of there. Southwest does. They do have Allegiant Airlines, and Allegiant is a good discount carrier that takes you not only just to Orlando, Florida, and a lot of places there, but Tennessee, I think New York they're going to as well. Then to the east of us, we have Flint, Michigan, that has its own airport. But then an hour and a half away from us, we have the Detroit International Airport, which is a very large airport. Delta Airlines has a hub there. I love flying Delta. It's one of my favorite airlines to fly on. So you have that option. Then to the south of us, we have the Fort Wayne International Airport in Indiana. But again, another option you could have. And then if you want to, about 3.5 hours away, you could look into Chicago if you wanted to. Sometimes they have ridiculously low rates because they have so many flights going out there. But all to say, we have lots of options. And don't just go on Expedia to kind of find those options. Like if you're gonna find anything for Allegiant or the discount carrier at Lansing, or if you're gonna look at Southwest even, you have to go individually to those sites. So know all your options, but know that you also have several airports within a couple hours of where you live. And so again, another way for you to be able to cut costs on your transportation. Okay, this is the last one. And some of you will listen to this and be like, well, Troy, that's like not really a money saving thing, but it kind of is, because if you don't take advantage of it, you're not saving money. In fact, you're throwing money away. So this last thing is that Michigan, and I haven't really brought this up in any of our videos as of yet, but Michigan is a recycling state. What that means for you moving here is that anytime you buy a can of pop or a can of sparkling water, or you buy a 12-pack or 24-pack of beer, or you buy a bottle of wine or a bottle of champagne, glass, plastic bottles, depending on what you purchase, because it's not all plastic bottles, or aluminum cans have a recycling fee to them. And so when you go to the supermarket and you purchase a 12-pack of pop, that's going to be 10 cents per can, which is going to be $1.20. It's going to be charged to you additionally at the supermarket. Now there's a way to get it back. What you have to do is you have to save. You have to save, not throw it away. You have to save it in a separate, like trash bag, plastic, whatever bag you want to have. And then you have to take that can or that bottle, you have to take it where you bought it from, and then you recycle it at the recycling center, and you get, like for cans, it's 10 cents back, because they charge you it though when you go. So if you get a 24-pack or a 36-pack, it's gonna be $2.40 for a 24-pack and $3.60 for a 36-pack if you get the picture. If you get a bottle of wine, that's gonna be 10 cents for the glass. And again, you have to recycle that or you're not gonna get that 10 cents back. So when I first moved here, I lived in states where they did not have a recycling deposit. And so I was so used to throwing away just my cans where I was at. I lived in Indiana. Indiana didn't have that. So we threw it away, or I threw it away, and then somebody said, no, you gotta save this. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, like you gotta save it. And I said, does everybody do that? And they said, yeah, of course. Like, cause it's just like throwing money away. I mean, if you get cans of pop or alcohol or whatever that is, I mean, that adds up after a while. And so just something for you to be aware of when you move here, that you're gonna be charged a deposit at first, but to get that money back, you have to recycle. That's how Michigan does things with recycling. So the more you know. And that is the very last thing here. Hopefully this is all beneficial to you. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully it was valuable to you, and hopefully might help you save some cash here and there, because we all could use some additional money right now, right? So again, if you are looking to move here, I would love to be able to help you out in your home buying process and your home buying journey. So feel free to call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call with me. I would love to be able to talk with you and again, talk with you about your real estate goals. And please like, subscribe, ring the bell, ding, ding, ding for any notifications so that you can be the first to be notified when a new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life goes live. And again, these go live once or twice a week. If you want to be able to see what is happening in Lansing, or you want to be able to get some tips, please subscribe, because you won't regret it. I'm going to be doing this for the long haul. So again, I thank you all for coming out here and taking a look at this. And until next time, make it a great day.